But they do have save at the same time with like a Shadow Demon. So.
Yeah, and they got this. The Elder Tiny can be pretty good with the Spirit on the sniper, just getting ready to stomp if anyone jumps him. I don't know, anything else?
Well, what do they need?
Something that does well against the OD. Oh, they're going to. Okay, they're trying to put the Pango mid against the OD.
Pango mid into an OD?
Well, they have to, yeah.
Why?
They're putting the Pango mid against him.
Now, does that make Ursa any better?
Oh, wait, and yeah, okay, oh no, so yeah, it is Madara. Yeah, so it's... So it's like the Pango mid doesn't feel good, but then on the side of Vega Squadron, I don't think the carry Ursa feels good. So...
All right, Owen.
Yeah,
we're going to get into this game as quickly as we can.
Sure.
But you think the better draft went to Pavaga, but not the game?
No, I think both. I think Pavaga's going to win. I don't think the Ursa's a good pick. I think the Ursa has a lot of things to be worried about this game. And it's a carry Ursa. Like, he has to perform, and I don't think he's going to be able to. So Pavaga.
Owen, Pavaga.
It's a carry Ursa, but OD is definitely a hero that can take over too, and he has a very favorable matchup. So
Both of you guys on Pavaga?
No, I'm going Vega.
Oh, okay. I thought for a second you were going to be like, and then that's why I'm going Pavaga.
Because of the OD, yeah. No, I think this is a game where we're going to see DM possibly shine. So,
yeah, I still have yet to see Pavaga put together a game where I feel like they're dominant, and I think they have to be dominant to beat Vega. They have to be. But I don't see that happening, so give me Vega, and let's see if it's going to come to fruition.
Yeah, let's see if we can have a good game out of this one. It seemed like both Owen and Breaky, they weren't really happy with those last picks. Like Ursa carry is not great, and you got the other side, you got a Pango mid versus OD now forced because Beastmaster picked up. They weren't really happy with either draft.
Yeah.
Do you agree with them? Do you see some extra light spots?
These guys forgot about ninjas in pajamas when they did an offlane Ursa, and he built Phase, Drum, Windlace, and then he went, I don't remember, BKB or something. He kind of just team fought. And the reason they picked the Ursa most likely was because they wanted to have matchup potential advantages. Like Ursa against Terrorblade is a little scary for TB potentially. It's scary for Beastmaster potentially. It's scary for Pango. All the core, they have 4 out of 5 melee heroes. Ursa is ideal in a lot of ways against that many melee heroes if he can get a matchup advantage. And even if you're saying, oh, well, that's your carry, it's not. They've got a CK and they've got an OD. They have other carry potential. They've also got a Tusk who is going to amplify the physical damage that all of his cores do, and all of his cores right-click. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Did you say beautiful or beatable?
Both.
Both. Beautiful.
Beeful.
Beeful.
Yes. Beautiful
something
beef.
There in the middle as we have paused. We did also see that was a very golden Beastmaster, by the way.
Was it?
That was I think it was Beastmaster. I think it was golden, definitely golden. But I think also it was like decked out with all the Dota Plus things. So that's like some effort into that one, and a golden Terrorblade always. It's a little bit dirty.
Cameraman managing to not give us vision of a hero. Almost caught the Jakiro.
Oh, but the scenery was gorgeous, though. Jakiro also is golden, by the way. So, you know, that's always something to watch. See what all these people play in their pubs. Playing Terrorblade in your pubs, by the way, is not...
dirty.
Yeah, well, it is dirty, as in, yes, don't do that. It's not a nice thing to do, or just ban it out, like most people do, just like the PA. All right, so in terms of having an edge, we see some glimmers of hope for both sides. The mismatch of this game goes to the mid lane, right? OD versus Pango, which are most likely going to be our two mid laners. We already see people rotating. Well, actually, the Ursa is still sitting mid as well. What is this Ursa doing in the mid lane at the moment?
Dual mid, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, it's curious, though. Why is he there? Is he going to try to block? It's like one person. Madara is like, don't worry, I'll block.
Oh, they saw that hawk.
A little bit questionable, but he's going to make it to...
Maybe there's something where, like, if you stand there, that the creeps go a certain direction, and therefore makes your blocking easier. Could be something like that.
But then you would want a support to do that. Actually...
carries can get late top. It also might be that they want to see where the enemy lane matchups are going to be. Could be something like that, too.
Because this Ursa, I mean, he is making his way to the top lane, but there is a tri-lane for Vega on this bottom lane, meaning Ursa is alone against an Elder Titan and a Shadow Demon. Not a Shadow Demon, Elder Titan and a Beastmaster. Shadow Demon is here on this bottom lane with Palantimos against this tri-lane, and there we go, they swap it around. What do you make of Beastmaster Ursa 1v1? Oh, hold that thought. Ah, he's fine. He's got to be careful too with that poison from J4. Can stack up and do quite a bit of damage. What do you make of this lane?
It is Madara playing it, so he's typically their hard carry, but it's probably fine. Doesn't concern me too much. I think this tri lane is just a good idea.
Yeah.
So
it looks like it might be a bad idea for Palantimos though. Yeah. He's the one to die first. Ooh, 2 stacks, 3 stacks. Oh. It's enough. And a punch from Big Num. He hurts.
Yeah. This is the downside of having a tri-lane against an Elder Titan.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that. 2 kills going the way of Pavaga. Big Num having a fun time there, getting that spirit all amped up.
I mean, they did kill the Terrorblade, but yeah, I don't know if that one's going to be worth it in the end.
No, I mean, that's painful. If you have an aggressive tri-lane, I think we say time and time again, if you're the instigator of that tri-lane, you're the one supposed to do better. And that 2-for-1 exchange was not the case for Vega there.
They can still win the lane. And keeping TB shut down, especially when he's the team's only hard carry, it's a good thing to do. It'd be like the last game we just watched. If you're able to shut down their Terrorblade, then that means Terrorblade is not going to be out of control. And your other carry is Pangolier. Good luck. Good luck winning that game.
Yeah, we saw what a farm Terrorblade could do previous game. Definitely don't want to let that get out of control like that if you're Vega. Yeah. Palantimos is also struggling a little bit for last hits. He's 1-4, CK 4-3. So the difference definitely there. And even if that CK, if Kazu didn't get that many last hits, I think, as you said, shutting down the Terrorblade is worth. And you can expend quite a bit of resources for that as well, especially considering Ursa should be okay-ish on top. I say that, but he is not.
Yeah, he's not doing great, but he's got to deal with his opponent's boar, and you can use the boar to abuse last hit potential kind of a thing, and just like keep the Ursa far away. I just feel like Ursa should run out of region a little bit slower, arguably.
Yeah.
Just like these little things, like where he's got to run away from the boar consistently and come back and try to kill the boar himself.
Yeah, and you can only kill him when you've already taken quite a bit of damage from him. He's going to have to salve up there as well. In the mid lane, OD is, he's just having a little bit of fun with the Pango, and OD obviously getting ahead. Actually, I say that's not true. Pango is getting ahead of the OD. Should it happen like that?
It's probably just because it takes OD more levels to start harassing. Like he needs a couple levels for his orb to be reasonable. The banish is kind of good for predicting last hits, but I'm sure Pango can also very easily nuke the last hit while also harassing the OD. So probably goes both ways. It's also important that even if they do kill the CK bottom, that they don't, that the gold that the supports get successfully doesn't translate to them getting a bunch of kills later. This is a good choice to hit the pig. So now it has to play more, or whatever the hell this damn creature is. Looks like one of those Tremor creatures, actually, is what it looks like. You ever watch that movie, Tremors?
No.
Good. It's not very good.
Well, the monster doesn't. It looks like a dinosaur without arms.
It's like a dirt worm. That kind of like. It's like kind of a horror film, kind of. You ever watched Dune?
No.
Okay. Think of like a giant worm that burrows under the ground and pops up and eats people.
Oh yeah, I know those.
Okay, that's Tremors.
I've seen those in video games too. But I can't remember which ones though.
It was probably the Tremors video game. I don't know if that was real. Anyways, don't watch Tremors 2 or 3.
Don't watch
Maybe just don't watch any of them.
No.
Wow.
Just like you cannot watch these
rectangle.
odds. Don't watch the odds.
That was an artistic interpretation of odds.
Yes. Who would you give the odds to at the moment? Because
I like Vega's draft better personally, but I mean Pavaga is winning.
They're doing better on the lanes, but they are shutting down that Terrorblade, which you said they can use some resources for. Maybe next time is actually getting gone upon as well. He does turn around with a snowball. There would be a shrine available as well. I actually thought he was going to. No, he doesn't. Okay.
It's not worth it because if he uses shrine, he's probably still dead with the haste rune. Like when your opponent has a haste rune like that, they're going to chase you down no matter what happens. And they've got 2 heroes there, so if you just sit and burn the shrine, that's a shrine that could heal both of your allies later on. So yeah, maybe he could elongate his life, but it's not worth it for his allies to rotate over. Just take the death and go back to your lane.
Fair enough.
Either way, the Pango was out of lane for like, I don't know, 30 seconds there, so it's not all bad for him.
No. Some extra space for that OD. OD now is ahead. This
is the one lane that was really not going great. The Beastmaster versus Ursa matchup here is just going completely fine for Beast. He's 31-6 now. Ursa's got 16 last hits.
Odds very much
really
in favor of the Radiant team, Pavaga.
Definitely a big difference.
Yeah.
I kind of almost wanted a support to rotate top. I think Tusk would be the best.
Yeah.
Actually, both would be good, really. I mean, those two supports are so good for diving and ganking lanes, but they got to keep pressuring the Terrorblade.
Yeah, they are still doing that quite okay. And maybe they can do it with just one, maybe not actually. Oh dear. 2 seconds stun does come out, but you always got to be careful for Big Num. We saw that previously, the stomp coming out as well. The snowball's there, so maybe next time doesn't get hit by that stomp. But in the meantime, on the side of Vega, there's so much damage stacking up, and they're all 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Make that 4. That is almost a double kill. Make that a double kill right there. That is, you can't fight in that. There's just no way. There's too much stuff coming at you.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, even if they want to kill somebody, being able to respond with an Echo Stomp makes it hard. And just buying all that time, too. There's the Roar, as well as the rotation from Pikachu. And Vega in trouble.
Thunder. He does pop his ultimate, buying some time for the rest of his teammates to come in and help out. There is the Bird up as well, so full vision for Cheshire Cat. Oh, Courier just passing through. And Cheshire Cat now actually still getting chased down with the tag team coming out there as well for maybe next time. They will be able to take that kill.
With 4 heroes.
That is 4 heroes, including DM's OD.
Yeah, it took a lot, but that's a really important kill. And it's also a Roar.
And a Rolling Thunder.
And a Rolling Thunder and a Pango rotation.
Short. Hold on.
But still, it was actually pretty big. 4 heroes, but they counteracted 2 heroes' efforts and helped Ursa get back in this game a little bit, which he needed. Look, this beautiful panoramic reveal shows us Ursa is alone for the first time.
Yes, he is very happy with that. Finally getting some extra last hits on the board. Who's also alone are these two, or well, they have each other, I guess, which is lovely, but they don't have those supports nearby anymore. So we're going to see Peksu maybe next time either rotate back or maybe trying to force some rotations out on different sides of the map. Oh, Disruption and Swashbuckle actually getting a little bit stacked. Not really good synergy over there. In the end, it is Peksu that just can fly away.
It's fun to see Shadow Demon get popular again. They really didn't even buff him that much this last time.
No.
I guess some of his talent changes have been really nice, but he's kind of just been flying under the radar compared to other more stronger supports. I mean, how are you gonna bother to pick SD when Grimstroke was as strong as he was? You know, when he gets into captain's mode. That's the main reason that SD just wasn't picked. Small buff to SD. Moderate with the mana cost reduction, and there's the nerfs to the other more popular supports.
That Grimstroke and Lich actually are slowly losing their favor.
That's a good point. Yeah, Lich was also very, very strong. Those guys were just way too strong to be upended in terms of picks. Chaos Knight almost finishing his treads now. There's a rotation from Ursa. He's got a lot of levels, and with the phase boots picked up here, getting on top of Terrorblade should prove an easy kill, comboed with CK stuns, but they're not going to find him, and they're going to check the jungle for him, because usually when they leave lane like this, they should be expecting a rotation. Oh, great banish there.
Nice. Disruption will also counter that, but the Disruption is a little bit short. The Rolling Thunder actually from Pikachu still coming out with the stomp from Big Num. It's enough with the 4 stacks of poison. J4 getting that killing blow. He will pay for that with his life as the rest of Vega Squadron gets revenge. Pikachu, the Ice Path, he dodges it by just walking in a straight line. It's very next level.
Yes. It's going to be a little embarrassing, but unlikely they were going to get the kill anyways. They're going to commit the Kezu ultimate here.
Yeah, Phantasm getting some tier 1 tower here. Pikachu still taking a lot of damage to Disruption, keeping him safe for the moment. No Swashbuckle out for him. Oh, maybe there is still, because the Ice Path is only level 1 and he is fine. Dual Breath actually misses him. Just like the Spirit Stomp misses the Vega heroes.
So lots of whiffs, but they get the tier 1 tower. Madara gets the last hit. He's 1,000 gold towards his Midas, and his rotations have been all right. So it really was huge that they TP supported and helped him when he got ganked by the Ursa, or by the Beastmaster and the Pango, because now the game is kind of turned around a lot. I think this is a great time to bet on Vega Squadron based on their numbers. They're not ahead in the game, but it feels to me like they're catching up a little bit, and the numbers are not favoring them.
And they're definitely getting some grit back. Like, they're playing their own game again. They're not being forced to move around by Pavaga the way they were before.
Exactly right. Look at the graph change in the last 3 minutes. That's just experience. That's like level catch-ups, obviously. But with levels comes more powerful dual breaths, more ice path durations. Those are the kind of things that are going to make the difference in late game team fights. Because they generally have, I guess both teams have very good disable, but just feel like Vega's got more going for them as the game goes on. I might be wrong, though.
Do you agree with Midas first for the Ursa Bear?
It's not first for that. I mean, well, it's like his first major item, but for, I mean, there's basically a different playstyle, right? Madara is trying to extend his farm capabilities, whereas when 3-3 played it the other day, he went just basically utility stuff. Madara's been roaming more, and he's also typically he's a one player too, so maybe that's part of the reason that he feels Midas is necessary. But no matter what, Midas is still pretty okay on Ursa. Like, overpower doesn't give you max attack speed anymore, much like Focus Fire. Buying attack speed items actually does help you a little bit still. So I think it's okay to have Midas genuinely. You can also use it to kill things like Necros or Boars, or it's not a bad idea, I don't think. More attack speed's great. You know, like overpower is going to run out eventually, and then attack speed is awesome.
Killing off Boars, if you're an Ursa, I mean that's pretty high in your priority list.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean they reduce your movement speed so much. Chasing is hard. Yeah.
The revenge will be had, and he will actually get rich from it too. Looks like Pavaga wants to push the envelope here on the Dire jungle. They are 3 versus 3 though. The roar starts off on Peksu. They got the Jakiro.
Tried to save him.
Rolling Thunder as well. They're the save for maybe next time.
I like that.
Coming a little bit too late. He's dodging the Rolling Thunder. Very well played indeed. DM is still there though. And with the teleporting from Kezu, the rest of Pavaga, they have to run a lot of resources for that Jakiro. But they also forced out the rotation, which allowed, I don't know, a Shadow Demon to farm
Sick.
bottom. I mean, Palatinos was still farming mid. I guess that as well. But was that really worth it? That rotation? On hindsight, obviously you gotta try, but
the rotation from Pavaga is fine, yeah. They're creating space basically. That's okay.
It is okay. We got the CK going back bottom to farm there. Everybody is just trying to get some extra gold in their pockets. In the meantime, it's DM that is actually topping the net worth charts. He is an OD though. He already got his Midas. He's actually also about to fight middle. Or is he not? No, he's not. I missaw that.
Wrong color.
Wrong color. Teal and light blue. So close, yet so far.
What?
I saw Pikachu color.
Which color is that?
Teal.
Oh, on the Radiant side. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, those are similar. Yeah. I'm looking at all the dire colors. I'm like, those are pretty straightforward, Sheever. I don't know.
Those are pretty different.
Yeah.
So now he is back middle, but yeah, DM is just being happily farming. I think Vega, you can tell by the way that they're moving about, they're not really pressured. They're just playing their own game, and if Pavaga comes to them, which actually they're gonna try again, they will try to fight. It's daytime. I think they did see Madara moving about in those jungles there, but at the same time,
yeah, maybe
they can find Peksu again.
I mean, this is one of the benefits of invading. Basically, is they're able to get a D ward down.
Yeah. Oh, they find Peksu indeed. The disruption to start things off. The swashbuckle, the hoof stomp. You're dead.
Yep. He'll get some damage out, but
maybe the neutral can kill him.
Oh no, his Fairy Fire wasn't ready. He maybe could have lived. Oh, and he's gonna lose his sentry. No.
No.
Did he spot the enemy observer? No, he didn't.
No, but he spotted the sentry, so he knows that there's something there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was quite obvious. The tier 2 tower drops as well, and then instant smoke. Pavaga looking to keep that pressure up, which I'm really liking, because we're saying that the Vegas, you know, they are still okay as long as the game goes a little bit later. They seem to hold on, but if Pavaga keeps pressuring like this, that might be tricky.
Yeah.
And we saw that previous game as well, the team with the higher tempo. If they can get a big enough lead, then any game plan you have is just not going to cut it. Macropire.
Just got to slow them down.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost both towers top now, so the natural rotation for Pavaga is going to be taking the mid-tier 1 to get Roche control. On the side of Vega Squadron, though, because they do have so many, they have more cores than their opponents, as long as the game kind of continues like this, I don't think they should be that concerned. I mean, Roche control is something they don't want to give up too much, but certainly they'll just have more carry potential. And like, I really like that ward that Jakiro just placed as well. Really, it's in the river, but less likely to be dewarded.
Yeah.
It's cool. So they just keep going. I mean, they can deal with the TB eventually. OD is historically very good against it because you do bonus damage against illusions with your orb. And also your ultimate is usually a good way to blow up illusions, and generally it's just good against agility heroes.
Roar coming out of Madara.
See if he gets his
Stomp
ulti
as
off.
well.
He
He does get his ultimate off and tries to run for it, but yeah. No, he has got. No, he doesn't. I was gonna say M&T is on his way. That's too late. Pengsu does get a kill at the same time on the Shadow Demon. Now, was that a
solo kill?
A solo kill, because it doesn't look Kezu was anywhere close. Pikachu kept him busy. Maybe Kezu brought him low and then
that would make more sense.
Jakiro finished him off.
Yeah, I think that's more likely. Unless he like saw him coming to the ward and did like a full combo or something. I just don't see.
No, the wards are all off on the side of Pavaga, so. Well, with the Shadow Demon dead, doesn't seem to make a difference for Pavaga as they continue pressuring that tier 1 mid.
Yep. So they're getting their towers, they're pushing, they're getting net worth. 5k advantage now. It's becoming a little significant.
Yeah. And also, with those tier 1 towers down, sure, the Shrine is still there on the dire side, but that Roche control is definitely in hands of Pavaga right now. And with the extra vision that a Beastmaster offers, it can be troublesome for Vega. That being said, Vega has a better Roche-taking lineup.
They do. Ursa is always going to make it good. And they've also got 3 hands of Midas, though.
3 Midases.
That's the best thing going for them by far. And it's actually not terrible. I mean, I'm sure they would have liked to have more successful rotations in the early game, but just opening up the scoreboard like that and seeing that 4K goal difference, it's like, oh, well, just don't let it get super out of hand, basically.
We go for another 10 minutes, that goal difference will be nullified. Well, 10 might be a little bit low. Another roar and a stomp coming out that really don't like Madara. The snowball is going to be in time this time to at least buy some time. The Earth Splitter doesn't hit the mark, actually hits on Kezu. As we still see Madara dropping, but at least some revenge will be had with DM rotating in and Big Nom as well as the Beastmaster from Cheshire Cat dropping. It's a 2 for 2 though, and I say 2 for 2, and the Jakiro died elsewhere.
It doesn't even matter. They ganked that Necro. It offsets it. Basically worth about the same. That's basically exactly what you need on Vega Squadron to equalize this game and make it continue going in a really good place for you. So very good for them. That like think of it this way: they're basically on their side of the map safely farming creeps, and if any of them ever gets ganked like that, their heroes just all teleport. You just over TP a little bit, and you're always going to get your response kills as long as you play it semi-competently, especially with the heroes they have. Chaos Knight has a stun and a catch. OD has disable, damage, catch. All of their heroes have pretty good reach, so despite that, those kills going even, again, they've still got Midases, they're getting kills. OD is now by far the farm leader. Yeah. And they scale well late game, so.
And I guess you also got, I mean, the Ursa and the CK were the ones left, oh sorry, the OD and the CK were the ones left alive after that fight, and it doesn't matter how many times supports die for a trade like that, like they are having those levels anyway, right?
Which supports are you talking about?
The supports on the side of Vega. Like if they die, it doesn't matter as long as their core survive.
More or less,
for trades like
I mean,
that.
the Ursa did die, but but it's fine because even if like whichever one dies in this potential 1 for 2 trade or 2 for 2 trade, you still have 3 Midases.
This might be more than a 2 for 3 trade here. And
they're fighting on Shrine though.
Yeah, Pavaga, they are looking to fight into the Shrine of Vega Squadron with the Earth Splitter up on 3. This might be a fight that they could take as well. The Shrine has already used a roar at the side as well, keeping Madara at bay. And indeed, Pavaga, they are dominating this fight completely. Kezu was the only one getting out alive in that one. That means Roshan for Pavaga.
No kidding. This is like what shouldn't happen though, is that they end up taking a full engagement when you're not quite ready for it. And
but they were searching for it. They were smoked up looking for a fight.
You're talking about Vega or?
Both. Well, Vega in this case. Vega was the one also looking for a fight.
I suppose. They just used smoke though, right? I think the difference is that Pavaga was like 5 seconds ahead of them. Okay. Kind of. Like Vega was also getting ready to go, but they didn't expect to find them right there. Okay. And therefore the fight should have gone better. They also just don't have great initiation. That doesn't help either. Oh, he's trapped in.
He is trapped. He's a tree. Doesn't get the rune, no, at least not that one. We'll get the next one. Nice tip coming out.
Like the problem is that they've got 3 Midases, basically. Their heroes are good at right-clicking, but how does Ursa get on top of enemy heroes, for example?
He just got roared and almost left alone. Like the rest could just focus on everybody else. I was surprised to see DM dropping as fast as he did.
It's just there's a lot of physical damage from TB mainly. TB gets in there. There's lots of disable. Pango's rolling around with his ball. If they don't have BKBs yet, then they can't just like do what they want to. So we'll take the fight again here. Madara getting initiated on. The Shrine gets popped. There's the Echo Stomp. They're trying to slow things down, but they all take Earth Splitter. Here's DM just like trying to figure out what to do. He gets grabbed in the snowball to buy him some time, but it's like everything was just already catastrophic.
There's just so much damage. And that actually, that fight also made me realize that the level of disable on the side of Vega Squadron, as in disable that they can actually attack off of the back of, is only CK and an Ice Path. Only that's done on an Ice Path,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, their disables is definitely weaker. And it's less easy to use.
Yeah.
Whereas like Roar, it just makes things obvious. Especially like Eldertine as a follow-up. If you're playing Eldertine as a follow-up to Beastmaster, it's just really straightforward. One guy gets roared, and ideally you know where the rest of the enemy team is. You just put the Spirit a little bit behind the guy that you initiated on, and you just go to stomp there. So then like even if they're trying to defend their guy that just got roared, there's a really low impact. It's not low impact, but it's like hard to land disable. That's super likely to hit multiple people. And if you do that, it's like the enemy team is just dealing with all this disable for a long time. This is what they needed basically, is somebody that can jump in and do the same for them. And it's a blink on Chaos Knight. They need BKBs, they need some blink daggers. This way they can jump on the enemy team and just get their damage dealers on top of those guys and not have to worry about disable.
CK has to be the frontliner.
Yeah, and that's what he's perfect for. Like that's why so many people are picking him as an offlane right now. You just buy Midas, you get power treads and a bracer, and all of a sudden you are just pretty strong. You're not like incredibly powerful, but it's really easy to increase your survivability. All of your talents give you health. So by the time you hit level 15, you're already up to like 20 free strength. So add that together, and eventually you're going to have farm. It's not going to be incredible necessarily, but you absolutely can frontline and create chaos in the team fight.
Yep. Now, Pavaga knows that there's 3 Midases on the side of Vega Squadron. We've already seen them apply a whole bunch of pressure. I feel like they should be worried because that time limit on their draft is still there.
You're in relation to like the TB being the only carry?
Yeah, and in relation to Vega at some point out farming them and just getting bigger and too fat to deal with.
As long as they keep having good team fights every like 5 minutes or so, it's going to be completely fine. They'll be okay with what they have. Because like yeah, Midases are great and all, but you need to also get enemy kills because it'll both prevent their gold gain, but also keep you like at least even, possibly ahead.
Yeah, that was also a Hog providing a nice kill. And there's only one tier 1 tower left on the map, and as you said earlier, Pavaga looking for those objectives, those easy structures. Financial gain is had on the bottom lane with the tier 1 that is not going to be defended by Vega Squadron, as they are looking to maybe do the same. They're all rotating top.
Yeah, they're trying to take a team fight here. See if somebody will teleport in. Especially, they might still go after the tower dies, but yeah, they see the illusions now. The CK illusions that they sent over there. I don't know if that was an illusion rune or it looks like he maybe uses ult.
I think he uses ult, seeing that it is on cooldown.
They're still doing it very safely though. They're using illusions to cut the creep wave while one hero hits the tower. Because they don't want the whole enemy team to know that they're all there. And now everybody has to go back because Pavaga's going high ground.
This could be a problem for Vega Squadron. We saw how that team fight previously went in the dire jungle, and they cannot afford, like if you fight on this side of the map, you cannot afford to have a fight like that. You need to really be patient and abuse Pavaga's positioning mistakes that everybody kind of makes some small mistakes, but you should really try to find the right ones. It doesn't look like Pavaga will push it though.
It wasn't all bad though. A Macropyre cleared the creep wave up well. Now these numbers are looking, I would 100% put like $1 down at least for Vega. Yeah.
I mean, it is very one-sided, but at the same time...
It's a pretty one-sided game, but they can absolutely still win. They haven't gotten Raxed yet. They haven't, like, gotten super stomped. They easily still have a chance in this game. I would say they have at least, like, a 15% chance to win this game, at least.
15?
Yeah, this game is still super up in the air. Like, one big team fight for Vega Squadron, and this game is even.
True. And we have seen, I would say on paper, Vega being the better team. So perhaps they can compose themselves.
Okay, looks like he'll be all right.
There, you blinked away, teleport out. Pikachu won't find him in time. Ooh, that was close though. Very close indeed.
But that's basically what they need to do. Split push out lanes. Ursa's doing the same thing on the bot lane right now. Now he's going to have to escape because if they react to him, they would have teleported and been ready to gank now. So we'll see if they end up trying to go high ground.
I don't think you want to unless you get a pick off. If you're Pavaga.
It's not terrible because they have Beastmaster and TB. Like TB can just ulti from low ground hit towers. It can disrupt a TB illusion hit towers. Not that illusions are amazing against towers these days, but you know, it works a little.
Perhaps they can catch OD. He's farming the Dire small jungle on the south side. And they know they have that ward up. They get the jump on him. The ping does come out from Big Num, but he's gone. They do smoke up.
They're going to go try to catch the split pushers.
Yep.
Tusk is currently messing around over there. TB teleported down.
Oh, Tusk went
they
back.
They might catch
but
the
if they
OD.
catch the OD, I don't... Well, perhaps they are. Cheshire Cat, he's taking the lead. He's actually going to find him. He's jumping forward. He does get the roar off, actually. Yeah, they find him. He's got an Astral to maybe buy some time for his team to come as well to help him out. The team needs to be there, but
too early.
Yeah, they are. DM will still die, and so does Pexu. Madara cannot help his teammates, and he's just got the pop his ult and run. The creep wave on the mid lane is pushing in as well. The buyback comes out from Pexu. They need to defend this. The creep wave on the top is in a pretty favorable position. And actually, why is the backdoor protection not here on the because of the mid lane, I guess?
Yeah, the backdoor protection. Yeah, it's around like the tier 2s mid. If you have any creeps past the tier 2s at any lane, then the backdoor protection goes away.
Well, that is a lane of Rax because DM was out of position.
It wasn't just out of position. It was more like his opponents made a good smoke move there.
Yeah, and he doesn't have buyback.
Like that's the place on the map that he's gonna farm when the enemy team is on the other side of the map pushing. So he was in the right place, and he did realize like, oh, they're gonna come gank me, but they just had good wards and they were able to catch him just barely.
Okay, so what are you doing over there, buddy? He has got buyback. But he'll be forced to use it in a second because losing 2 lanes of Rax. Pexu trying to do what he can. Oh, that stomp as well. Maybe next time getting a punch off, but now having to walk back to the fountain again. And in the meantime, if you try to go back to the fountain, you're going to run into a Pango. And that is painful because Pikachu is doing great. Kazu, can he catch someone? That is the question. DM pops his BKB looking for a target, but Pikachu is already juking his way through the trees, and he's going in a complete opposite direction of the rest of Vega Squadron.
They need a kill.
Stomp.
They need something out of this fight. They got like nothing.
They got no kills whatsoever. And Big Num can just see that he found a perfect spot to teleport himself out. That was buybacks, BKB charges, a full lane of Rax, and an extra tier 3 to boot. Ooh, do you still want to bet on Vega Squadron?
Nope. I lost my dollar. My dollar's gone. It's completely gone. I pissed it into the wind. Now, I stand by my comments before that there was a chance that they win, but the loss of the OD into the loss of the CK into the Ursa having used BKB before his buyback, it was just like catastrophic loss after catastrophic loss, and now things are really out of control. I mean,
it was messy.
It was very messy. I don't think it was necessarily wrong for KZU to try to come in from the side, see if he can get the blink off here.
I don't think he has got no buyback. That is a bad place to farm. You should expect your enemy to have vision there after happening.
But you got to do something. You have to get on the map.
Do you know? Can you not just stand in your base and hope for the best fight of your life?
Down 20,000 gold. You can hope for that.
it's a tough hope. The roar coming out as well. Snowball saving Madara for the time being. But Palantimos, he's just doing the damage, and Pikachu's making sure that nobody gets a chance to click any buttons with his Rolling Thunder. The GG comes out, and Pavaga, they storm through the game. A best-of-1 elimination. Vega hereby indeed dropping out of the Valentine's Madness here at WePlay, and that was a very, on hindsight, very one-sided game. I mean, you know which strategies can work, and you know there's still a chance for a comeback, but Pavaga just like Final Tribe in the previous game, they just didn't allow for an opportunity to do that.